Today on Vox, we'll have information on COVID and more. Ben Dudash will have your local weather, and Ashton Parker will have your sports.
It's Wednesday, September 2nd, 2020, and you're watching Vox News Today.
Good afternoon and welcome back. I'm Kendra Taylor.
And I'm Gunnar Taylor.
There's a Labor Day contest floating around the radio right now where you can enter to win a 15-inch Kamado ceramic grill and a $100 Food City gift card. Information on how to enter will be on the Mix 104.1 Facebook page. Listen in to Mix 104.1 to win other prizes throughout the week.
Law enforcement are on the lookout for two Tennessee escapees that may be on their way to Mississippi. Antone Thomas and Michael Bolden by the Dyer Sheriff's Department after assaulting a correctional officer and escaping on August 30th. They are both presumed very dangerous and with a violent criminal history and are known to be in a gang. Law enforcement think they're in the Tulupu area north of town. Proceed with caution and notify the police with any information that you may have.
Back in July, a man by the name of Leroy James Chamberlain was reported missing by his family after over a year had passed without seeing or hearing his voice. His daughter-in-law states she had contact with who she thought was Leroy up until June, but slowly got excuses for why he couldn't come to the phone from his wife. After finding out the wife had been convincing the people around her that Leroy was fine, an investigation opened up and they found human remains within the backyard. They're currently unidentified, but the family believes they may be his. No arrests have been made yet, and they're waiting on the autopsy to continue the investigation.
965 inmates out of 1,410 at Tennessee jails have tested positive for the coronavirus. 168 tests are still pending to see if more inmates have COVID. Inmates with symptoms who require care will be treated in the jail or in the hospital if needed to be.
A chemical fire burned at a plant in Louisiana, and Governor John Bel Edwards urged residents to shelter in place, even as emergency personnel were grappling after the aftermath of Hurricane Laura. State police said the fire involved a chlorine leak at the chemical manufacturing facility. And here is Ben Dudash with your weather.
I'll have your weather and more right after this break.
One thing to love about the Tennessee Valley is Bradley Central Show Choir, Vocal Motion. The other thing to love is the local Geico office on Lee Highway.
You could save a lot. Oh, you can save a lot. Oh, you can save a lot. But how do you know? Unless you call 894-2600.
Got a car? Got a boat? Got a home?
Get a quote.
CRCC to me is a calling that God placed on my life to really step out in faith on something that I didn't think I could do, and it's been amazing to see how God's worked through it.
CRCC stands for Crossroads Community Church, but we're a church that our vision is to be a life-giving church in our community. We do that through helping people know God, find freedom, discover their purpose, and then go make a difference. And so that's what we're doing every week, is helping people discover their jam and go make a difference.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Ben Dudash with the weather. Now let's take a look at your weather at glance. Today, so far, it is partly cloudy with a high of 91 and a low of 73, which is at least a good low, with humidity 71%, really nice because of all the tropical storms that have passed through. Thursday, it's going to be mostly sunny with a high of 91 and a low of 71. Friday, the same as today with a high of 89 and a low of 66. The full 7-day weather forecast is Saturday, it's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 84 and a low of 63. Sunday, mostly sunny with a high of 86 and a low of 64. Monday, the same as Sunday with a high of 87 and a low of 67. Tuesday, partly cloudy with a high of 87 and a low of 68. Let's take a look at our national radar. We can see that all through here, this is the remnants of the tropical storms that just hit through from the coast of Texas, and it's moving southeast of us. So right here, it's going to completely miss us by a good few hundred miles. So we don't have to worry about that. But up in the northeast, y'all better be prepared for some very, very high storms. Get your umbrellas and at least stay inside until the storms pass through. Let's take a look at our national radar. As you can see, from here, it's all clear, sunny skies. Those who would like to run track, get some laps in, and those who like to just catch some football with your dad. And that's all for weather. Let's take it over to Ashton with your sports.
For Jay Standard, here's some Major League Baseball scores. The Braves beat the Red Sox by 10-3, Cardinals and the Reds 16-2, Rangers and Astros 6-5, Nationals to Phillies 0-6. That's all from Sports Today. We'll have more news after this short break.
In 1933, Ray Jackson founded Jackson Furniture in the midst of the Great Depression. We opened our doors the day the banks closed theirs. Since then, we have continued to create furniture right here in the USA. We have seen decades of American prosperity, challenge, war, and mind-blowing advancements in science and technology. We have never forgotten the way our company and country began, with perseverance, hope, and hard work. Throughout all of those decades of change, one thing remains consistent. Families love to relax together in a room filled with comfortable furniture. That is where we have been and will always be. From being huddled around a radio to being kicked back in front of a giant flat screen.
Do you need credit up to $4,000? With a check and a cash flex loan secured by your car title, that's exactly what you could get. Apply for the cash you need today and keep your car. At Check and the Cash, a flex loan offers you the funds you need to handle some of life's bigger emergencies. Get started on your flex loan by visiting checkandthecash.com/TN. Apply in-store with your car title, receive quick approval, and borrow the funds you need.
Your one-stop money shop, check into cash.
Chattanooga police says a 66-year-old woman was shot around 12:30 a.m. Monday morning. They found the woman suffering with non-life-threatening injuries. There were also some damage done to her house.
2 people were rushed to the hospital Monday evening after a crash in Dunlap involving a pickup truck. The pickup truck struck a tree and several feet of fence after running off the road. Both passengers were sent to Erlanger with non-life-threatening injuries.
Loretta Lynn and Kid Rock got married over the weekend. Loretta said, "Things got crazy then. My boy Kid Rock was there and we've always teased about getting ourselves married. Well, the preacher was already there, so we had some fun with it. Sorry girls, he's taken now."
Over the course of just 3 weeks, the United States has went from 5 million cases to 6 million cases in the spread of the coronavirus. The highest death rates come from New Jersey, New York, and California, reported by Johns Hopkins University. President Trump highly politicized the breaking news by tweeting a rant of conspiracy, once again blaming China for the outbreak. Twitter removed the tweet around 6 hours after posting.
We are online on YouTube at BCHS VOX News.
You can check us out on Facebook and, of course, at voxnews.net.
Remind your friends and family to tune in.
You just can't get enough of Vox.
That's all we have for you today, Bradley Central.
And as always,
God bless and go Bears!